You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Happy Endings After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Happy Endings After Show.
Hey. Get it. Hey.
I mean, you gotta realize we're playing this song because of last week's, I would say, epic moment with Today is a Good Day. Happy Endings, Bing is for doing. We are doing, of course, another AFTERBUZZ TV show right here. Happy Endings, a great sitcom, and of course the Happy Endings crew. We're all in here. Let's do a little roll call. Of course, we've got Nick Perdue is always here and present. He is a writer and a comedian. And he does a lot of other things.
Philanthropist. I suck toes. All that.
All right, good. Wow.
An activist.
We learn more about our host off camera. But anyways, that's good. We also have the spiciest woman on the West Coast, Spicy Maricela.
What it do? Your red hot chili pepper in the flesh.
All right, social media guru, PR to the stars, Kellie Olisky is also hanging out.
Lots of good tweets tonight, guys. Keep them coming.
Yes, and of course, my name is Ronnie Jr. So we're going to talk about, and we have a guest too, not really a guest, but a new Happy Endings viewer. So we'll talk with him in a minute too. But first of all, he's like a naysayer, and we need you to be a
brand new fan. That's what he is. A brand new fan.
We're going to have to convert him, definitely.
Yeah.
Jump him in.
Yeah, so this is one of
I know what she means.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead. Say it again.
I know what she means now.
Got it. Okay,
There's
cool.
a pledge process, you know what I'm saying?
There is.
To be a true Happy Endings member.
You
All
lose
right.
8 eyelashes.
All right, so the episode was called Big White Lies. And we all know that one lie leads to another lie, and no one better to have, get this storyline than our favorite, Year of the Penny, because she really went through it, She started off by lying to, an old friend, and that sort of happens. It's one of these true-to-life stories that, she's talking, and she doesn't want to have tea with this girl. The girl's name, can somebody remind me what the girl's name is?
Daphne.
Yeah, Crazy Daphne. So she doesn't want to have tea with her, and then she does one little white lie, and it spins out the whole episode to, everyone telling a fake story.
It turned into a big white lie.
Lots of them.
It was like a snowball effect. That's what happened. Yeah.
But Penny starts off by calling Daphne a loser because she drinks tea. I mean, what loser drinks tea?
There's nothing wrong with drinking tea.
And as Brad is drinking tea.
Yeah.
Right.
Who put this here?
Penny is hilarious because she always has just random thoughts about, or just random ideas in her head that she has to express with everyone. And tea, I'm sorry, I understand because it's a lot less strong than coffee. Mm-hmm. So that means you're a more mild person. You don't like a robust, bold taste. So you are a little bit more bland. So
let's talk about the flashbacks. The flashbacks to when they were kids and she's trying to bring tea to have a little tea party and she's like 6 years old. That would be amazing, but no.
A tea party? Right, exactly.
I did think that got a really big laugh. All of us in the, and that's just a credit. You didn't laugh at that?
I didn't laugh at that. I wasn't really paying attention to that part. So.
You missed it.
Well, then we're glad you're here with us, us Happy Ending super fans. No, I thought that was a good moment because you guys know the character so well. We all know that Penny is amazing. That's what she says.
That's a Pennyism right there.
Yeah, it's a Pennyism.
Yes.
So to see her reflected in a 6-year-old doing the same thing, Kellie,
it
yes,
was adorable.
I agree. I thought it was
funny.
Very funny. The Brad part with the tea was, he was trying to hide it, and then the waitress came up and gave him more of the tea, so that was interesting as well.
She's like, "Oh, so you drink tea?"
But this whole entire episode spirals out of Penny not feeling Daphne and not wanting to hang out with her, not being able to be upfront and honest, and so because Daphne can't have a meaningless conversation, she doesn't appreciate her time and doesn't want to hang out with her.
And I like the way it's called white lies, because they're just little white lies. Really, she didn't really want to do anything. It wasn't like she was hurting anyone's feelings. She just was like, I don't want to have tea with this person. I'll say one thing and I'll never see him again. And yet Daphne is like on their radar this particular
Do you
episode.
remember what the first one was?
What?
Her first lie before all the rest of the gang got into it?
Yeah.
What was the first one?
What was the first one?
Turf toe.
That's right.
Oh,
That
turf
was the
toe.
best excuse I can't think I have.
Isn't
Turf
that
toe.
like basketball? Isn't that how you get that?
Football.
I have no
Football.
idea.
Yeah.
Is
Okay, I
it
knew
from
it
the
was a
grass?
sport.
Yeah,
Right from the grass.
yeah.
Right, you get it from.
Or do you get it from turf?
Hyperextending your toe.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
He used to play. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. He has a reason to be here.
Yeah, like how on earth
Give us the
would
turf toe
Penny get
definition.
turf toe?
Flag football.
Flag football, yeah.
Yeah.
8th grade PE.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Wait,
Yeah. No, but she's like, what would she be doing playing, flag football right now? It's just funny.
Right.
That was really fun.
Penny's hair looked amazing this episode, I must say, though.
Very straight.
She looked,
Very
yeah,
straight.
it looked definitely awesome. But she doesn't want to hang out with this girl, and so she winds up bringing the rest of her crew down because she's all just trying to avoid somebody's time. She can't be honest. And so here comes she's trying to spare her feelings excuse when really she wants to be liked. Mm-hmm. And then everybody wants to be liked.
Yeah.
But have you
Well,
guys
Daphne
ever
kind of gets in
lied
your
in order to be
face.
liked?
It's kind
Yeah,
of,
she was
she kind
way
of
too
like,
close.
she's like, gets all up in there. How can you not?
She was really aggressive.
She was,
Persistent.
yeah.
She's persistent.
She doesn't even give you a chance
What did
to
you
say
call?
anything.
Yeah, what'd you call that, Nick? Like that's just the friend that's just too much.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's like it was Spice said, she's thirsty. She's just
Yes.
I
Thirsty. I was like, why is she so thirsty to kick it? I really wanted to know. She doesn't have any friends. She doesn't have a family.
But she's not somebody that can just stand right here and talk to you. She keeps walking up closer and closer and closer until she's like in your
Right.
nose
There's
to
no
nose.
personal space
No.
element.
What else are you gonna do? She has like Brad pinned up in a bush.
punch her in the throat.
So Penny begins with the lies, and then who does she get involved next? She winds up dragging Max into it, or who is the second person?
and
Alex. She winds up dragging Alex into it.
She does. But the only other thing we had aside from that part of the episode was what was going on with Dave and Max in their apartment. So they had a stuffy, annoying building manager. Was he a manager of the building?
Yeah,
the landlord.
Yes.
The landlord, and this guy wanted them out for whatever reason, and I thought that set up for some really good scenes throughout the episode.
Yeah, that was cute.
He told the girl that he was with, he was you're amazing. And she said, "Oh, I just walked through the door." What? Like, no, last night. Like, she was the complete airhead, and I thought she sold it well, and I thought that was a good little.
Yeah,
scene
that
right
was
there.
Dave's one night stand.
Yeah, and that is when we were introduced to this guy.
To the
We were-
landlord
the-
walks up on them. Yeah.
who
Well,
was
he was
just-
like a perv, though, Dave said. Because he was like gawking at all the girls that come through. He was kind of a hater. Wasn't he a hater?
Well, he's the best, and he was the air marshal from Bridesmaids,
Oh,
who's actually,
that's
and
where
he's
from.
actually Melissa McCarthy's husband in real life.
Oh, that's hilarious.
yeah, he's hilarious.
So that mustache makes a whole
Yes.
lot more sense now.
Well, he
Yes.
was definitely cock blocking.
He was.
Yeah.
I mean, he was trying to get a little love
But he
himself.
was turning it around and blaming it on
Yes,
Dave.
he was like-
Dude, you
he
totally
just
ruined that for me.
Yes. I was like, the audacity.
I
But
know,
the
I
fact
love
that,
that.
he really thought he had a chance, though. Like,
Yeah.
that's what
But
gets
now,
me.
let me ask you ladies a question,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if a man like that came up to you
Mm-hmm.
and asked you on a date, would you go out with him? Would you give him that one date?
Ew. My spicy tip would say yes, because you never know where
never
you can
know.
find true love. But
But it
spicy
depends-
Mari would not.
Well, it kind of depends on how he asked.
If he asked just like he did on the
If he asked
Oh,
just
hell
like he
nah.
did when I was like leaving somebody's house, no, definitely not.
Wait,
That's
wait.
not appropriate.
the next morning, like
That's not that's not
I
appropriate.
know, right?
What's-
She
when
was
you're doing the walk of
What's
shame.
I was gonna say she was
when
doing
I'm
her
like
walk
doing
of
the
shame.
walk of shame,
The last thing you're gonna do.
Wait, but you know you're a pimp when you're doing the walk of shame and you like snag another date along the way.
That is not the kind of pimp I want to be.
She was trying to, get her calendar filled.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be that
And
kind
he
of
was trying to fill it too. He was like, let me go and slide in there. Real
Let me
quick.
brush my teeth first.
But what was the deal? He wouldn't fix the oven, and Max and Dave were like super upset about that.
He was like
Yep.
a busybody.
Yeah.
He was just annoying.
He just wanted to get in everyone's business.
So what inspired what inspired Max to create the trash
'Cause he
can
didn't have an
oven?
oven.
They're broken ovens.
They're
So he
broken
was like,
oven.
let me make something so we can cook.
See, you know what? That's how the greatest inventions come about, is like through times of turmoil.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of
Yeah.
believe in this trash can oven thing.
It could, given
You
given
believe
the
in it?
right,
I mean,
the right electrical.
Circumstances.
once it's
Yeah, it could
FDA
work.
approved, this could really take off.
If he didn't leave
Possibly.
it alone by itself for things to burn and catch on fire,
What was
could
it
work.
called? You figured
The
cares?
trove.
The trove.
The trove,
Okay, so
Trash
it's like
can stove.
a hybrid. It's like a mixture of the oven and the stove combined.
The trash can and the
And
stove.
everything
Then we had
has
trash,
trash can and the stove.
stove.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Trash
It all
can and
has
the stove.
has a weird taste to it too.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's like crazy
only-
chemicals.
it has
and-
like a weird little extra.
I mean, I can
you
see the
know.
food kind of taste in it. You don't try to act like you threw something away and never took it out the trash can before. It's okay.
I mean, I think he was just trying to make. He was trying to make his own version of like a crock pot.
That was very resourceful.
That was,
I like Max's resourcefulness this episode. We appreciate
but
that.
stuff takes 16 hours to cook. Though.
We had
That's
a
okay.
brisket. He had a brisket in
You
there.
had a Trisket.
A Trisket.
And leave it to Dave to bust him out and say, that's already been invented. I think there's something that already has that name.
That's funny.
So next lie after that is that Alex is lesbian, right?
Well, no, before that,
I just wanna get to
Daphne.
Alex,
before that,
sorry,
she
guys.
she really did good in this episode.
Daphne
for sure.
catches Brad, and that's how he gets kind of conned into saying that Jane is
that's
pregnant.
right, because
all she said
Brad
was-
gets pinned up by her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's forced to say that Jane is pregnant.
Right.
Okay, so Jane is pregnant at a size 0, and she's supposed to be 3 months.
Yes.
But I love that Jane was like, "What? I'm just gonna put her in her place and just let her know." And then she too becomes a punk because she wants to be liked also.
And she gets she in her face all the way till she falls in the couch. And she, same thing, all up in her face until she punks out.
I mean,
See, it's that intimidation factor, really.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm pregnant. 3 months.
Whatever you say. We're having a baby
Exactly.
shower tomorrow.
Yeah.
and Brad was like, yes,
It's a Serbian
that's
thing.
my baby in you. But she was really willing to throw a baby shower for, mind you, they're kind of strangers because I've never really hung out with them. I've avoided them their entire life, but she was more than willing to throw a baby shower.
Because she was thirsty.
That's the kind of friend you want to keep around. The one that will throw you a baby shower, barely even knows you, and have it content everything.
I just like the way they had the conference with everybody. It was the whole group of friends, and they're all discussing, this,
lies.
Yeah, and I was it Max
The
or was it
libel.
Dave? One of them was the one
libel.
who decided, you guys, you're the perfect group to do this lie. And I just like when Jane, she steps up to the plate. She's like, oh, I could do this lie. And then Brad, he got into it. Like that couple is a really good couple to do that type of, if you're gonna lie about something like that, it's
You got to stay committed all the way through. You
know what? That is a spicy tip. When you lie, never, ever, 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 ever admit the truth, because then you're going to be a liar. You might as well just stick to it and really just
Wait a
believe
minute.
it.
And what
Kids.
about
Kids
wait.
When you lie,
Keep it
make
going.
sure it doesn't matter. Because I know mama always finds out.
I'm
But
just saying.
stick to it. It was the ghost. The ghost did it, or the
I'm
dog
just
did
saying,
it.
don't start
okay.
off lying. Either you tell the truth, but if you do tell a
Lie all
lie,
the
you
way.
I
gotta
like-
stick to the
Lie all
lie.
the way.
I like that Penny had a way to stick to it, which was her libel, or it was a Bible of lies. I mean,
To
that was.
remember. You really do need that, though. You have to take notes. Like, because you do. When you're in relationships and stuff, they'll ask you later on questions that to catch you up.
Is this
So you got to
from,
write it down to
That's
make
why
sure.
Penny was smart with her label.
She knows what's up.
Yeah.
Penny
You have to write that crap down because once you start it, you have to
Yes.
keep it going with more and more on top of each other, and it just gets to be too much.
Right.
It's hard work to keep up a lie.
It is.
That's why you
Exactly.
shouldn't lie.
That's why you shouldn't lie. Absolutely.
You shouldn't lie. I
It's
also
not even
Or
worth
only when
it.
it's
Let somebody be mad
necessary.
at you. What is it
I'm just
necessary?
playing.
white lie or
Uh-huh.
No, I
Only
really,
lie when there's financial gain. Sometimes you should lie.
I've never lied, like ever.
If you're Pinocchio, your nose would be like out there.
I know, like
Stop
growing,
poking me with your nose.
It's growing as we speak. I don't consider game lies. Like it's not like if you're a pimp, it's not lies. You know, it's part of the hustle.
There are exceptions.
Well, in this case, Penny had every reason to lie. Because she obviously felt like Daphne couldn't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I think it was more that Penny couldn't handle it. I don't think it was Daphne. I think it was Penny. She just couldn't. She couldn't man up and just say no. Sorry.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
But who can do that though?
Well, I really don't want to have. Why couldn't she suggest to do something else and then see?
I don't
if
think
she doesn't
wanted her
want
company at all though.
Right, but she could have suggested something else, and maybe Daphne didn't want to do that. That could have been her out. She didn't even try. She just automatically started lying.
Daphne really is annoying because you can't. She was right. You can't have a normal conversation with her because when you say something, it's supposed to trigger another thought that makes the person react, and then the conversation keeps flowing. Daphne will just ask you whatever you just said right back. You can say you're hungry. Oh, you're hungry? You really are? Like she just asked you what you just said right back. So you get trapped in the same conversation.
So you have to lie. So there's no other choice.
I would run too.
But to lie.
Exactly. Yes.
And that's why Dave is on the edge of death.
Right. Exactly.
He
Dave's
got locked
dying.
in the house.
And Dave's lying, and Alex is a lesbian.
Oh, Alex.
Wait, before we even get to that, I wanted to talk about the fun little Three's Company references. I thought that was another. We always,
yes,
you guys, us, we always talk about the '80s references. You know, really holding up.
And this time it was Three's Company.
And the best was when Dave said, "I don't want to be Janet,"
But he did the pose.
he was the Janet. Oh, and then later on in the episode, I mean, this was kind of jumping ahead. When Alex was going between being with the girl and then being with the guy, she said, "Oh, it was along the Three's Company reference as well. Oh, you can't just throw on a ponytail and swish. You know, I don't remember."
No, she said you can't change by unbuttoning a shirt and pulling your hair out of a ponytail.
So my question was that was to the show, right? To Three's Company. Or was I
think that
Well,
was
it's
just
like
to like
most
every
80s
shows
show, you know?
or movies like where like the ugly girl like
As
comes
all of a
cute,
sudden, her glasses come off, her hair's out of a
okay,
ponytail,
starts flowing.
and then her
So
hair
it
starts
wasn't
flowing, and
Chrissy.
she's
No,
hot.
well, it's like the Bridget
All right.
Fonda, right? Bridget Fonda, that's her name back in the day.
Jane Fonda?
Jane
Jane
Fonda.
Fonda.
Jane Fonda. I knew it was a Fonda.
Yeah,
Okay? That was close.
Bridget was the ugly stepsister.
but most TV shows had that character that all of a sudden you unbutton one button and then the hair
And
comes
then the
down
hair just
and
like,
it's
and the wind blows it, and
all
it
of a
looks
sudden it's-
magnificent. No, but later on, Max did say also, he was like, you could have let him at least fix our stove. That's what Chrissy would have done.
Yes.
And Chrissy would have on Three's Company.
Yes, she
like,
would've.
bent over, showed some ties, and then got everything fixed in the house. She would
And
have
those
been a
shorts.
team player.
yes.
Those shorts on Three's Company, I remember.
Oh
those.
my God.
Oh
I almost
my
bought some of
God.
those today. Is that bad?
You should.
But-
You should go.
I mean,
Summer's right around the corner.
those are like the famous Daisy Dukes.
Yeah,
What's
Well, I think Dukes of Hazzard may have made him a
Well,
little more
yeah,
famous.
that's true. But no, she was on.
But no.
she did because she did the Thigh Master. What was her
Yeah,
name?
Suzanne
she did.
Suzanne Summers. She's Queen Thigh Master. That lady has legs for days. But I love the reference throughout the entire show to Three's Company because every single time, if it's not the Goonies, if it's not
That's what I'm
something
saying.
to,
We
like,
talked about that last
Clueless.
week, yeah.
Yes, they're so
Well,
good
Max
for
even
that.
said in this episode too, I like 80s sitcom drama.
Right.
You know, he even
That's
flat out
right.
He
said
makes
that.
things more dramatic than
Yes.
they need to be. And I
Yes.
love how he just automatically volunteered his lie.
Yes.
As opposed to it being
he just wanted
assigned
to
by
fit
Penny.
in.
Yes.
Well, he's the only one who wasn't
What do you
pushed.
say?
He wasn't pushed through
I
the
have
door. He
all
was
my money got taken
economic,
away
right?
There you go, by
by
Bernie
Bernie
Madoff. That's right.
And then, but he was like excited to tell his
Yeah,
lie though.
yeah.
But then Alex is like, what is she doing behind him? Is she miming or something, or trying to pretend like those are his arms? I don't understand.
Well, she was just hiding, but she was still waving and stuff because he was supposed to be hiding her. She's like, I gotta hide. He's like, well, I'm gonna hide you, and I get
Got it. But
She
she's-
was
yeah.
very
But her
Chrissy. That was a
arms-
very
Yeah,
Chrissy moment
yeah.
right there from.
Can I
Just very silly.
Can I go back to the one lie about the baby shower? When I guess this was the girl who was annoying, and she was asking about Jane, the baby shower, and she goes, "Oh, it's okay. She's already throwing me one, or she's already thrown me one tomorrow. Like, thrown me one tomorrow was the quote."
She's already thrown me one tomorrow.
Yeah, she already threw me one tomorrow. You can't throw somebody one. It's already been thrown. Tomorrow. Okay, was I watching a different
No.
television
She
show?
said no. She said we can't because I'm already having one tomorrow. She said it's a Serbian tradition. We always do things early because we never know when we're gonna pack up and murder a
I thought
populace.
he was saying at the baby shower. You're talking. He was talking about in the apartment. She said that.
In the apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, in the apartment. No, she said having one tomorrow.
I
That
thought,
she's throwing
no, I
one
thought she
tomorrow.
said she had thrown me one already tomorrow.
Happy
No,
Rex.
I don't know.
Happy Rex.
Let me ask. Hold on. Let me
Tweet us right now.
ask.
Let us
What
know
was the actual
if there was a
quote?
typo.
Well, I'm wondering if
or
it was.
That was
I was wondering if it was an intended joke or if it was just not that at all. So.
Or if Ronnie just misheard it, but
Or
perhaps
read it
you're
back in my
right.
mind the way I
Perhaps
want.
you are right, Ronnie, and it was just too clever for us to catch.
Maybe.
Well,
maybe it was
Perhaps.
too quick for us
Yeah.
because they were
No.
firing these things off
They
tonight.
were
My
like
gosh.
it's every other line was there's a little something in everything.
Thank God for that.
People
automatic
always
typing.
tweet all of these quotes. So hold on, let me look. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll find it.
Read those out.
There's a lot of great people are loving the Three's Company. A lot of things that people. I don't know if you guys caught the revenge reference. Did you guys
I didn't
catch
catch
that?
it.
I didn't catch that.
When they're at the baby shower and Penny's looking for Dave. And Max is like, oh, I had to leave him there. He was about to crack. And she's like, you can't leave him, whatever. And he's like, well, I took his phone. You're not the only one that can play this game, Emily Thorne.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I caught that a little.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
I caught it. I caught it more
I
from
caught
you.
it right now.
I
caught it.
don't
get it
watch
now.
Revenge,
No.
so I got that from the
No, well,
people
we
tweeting.
We do the Revenge After Show.
Yeah.
And I was like, Emily Thorne, it sounds so familiar, but I thought it was like a book or something. But
Yeah, no, I think-
either way.
I think
you
that's
know.
great.
I mean,
People
here's your
caught
new
that.
here's your new drinking game, or just like amongst friends, like how many things are we catching and missing? I mean, it is a hard show
It
to keep up with.
It is. Well, and the John Krasinski. I love the John Krasinski, reference.
Oh, that was a great little
I thought
line.
that was
yeah.
cute.
Oh, that was hilarious. Remind us at home what that was.
Yeah.
Well, the annoying girl.
Those fans who weren't paying attention to that part, let them know.
When
Shall we act it out?
When Daphne walks into Alex's shop and she's like talking about Alex breaking up with Dave, and she's like, "Oh, I thought you were too nice to leave, that awesome guy." And she's like, "Who? John Krasinski?" She's like, "No,
that's
Dave."
right.
And she's like, "Oh, I thought you had the perfect guy. I thought he was so awesome. I
Who,
always had a
John
crush on.
Yeah.
I always had a crush on him." And she's like, "Who? John Krasinski?" She's like, "No, Dave."
She's still like confused. Alex is so funny. I'm sorry. I love her to death. Why didn't she want old girl to hook up with Dave though? What was that about?
Well, I think because she's
No.
crazy. I think she was
I don't know.
I don't know.
She wants
Maybe-
another makeout session.
Maybe she
Perhaps.
does.
Wait, what do you
Off
say?
the bat, I
Another rolling
didn't.
around, waking up,
Well,
like, oh my gosh,
because
it's a dream.
Ronnie, she could have totally been like, yeah, you can have Dave, but she was like, no, he's dying.
Oh, no way. You're saying that's
I'm
why?
I'm
no.
just saying maybe there's still
There's
some
no way
feelings
Dave would
there.
hook up with that
Well,
woman.
I think it
I'm
was
saying
more
maybe Alex
protecting.
still wants Dave.
I thought it was more protecting him because she was nuts, but maybe there was a little jealousy factor. Could be.
You're just trying to be so like fairy tale with that. I
I
don't
know.
think so.
I like Alex.
Wait, tell me what you think you said. What you're thinking in your
I
mind.
was just thinking that
you're
maybe
wrong.
she still wants Dave and she doesn't want any other woman to have
no.
him.
If it was a hot woman, but
But I'm like
I mean, you
Alex, I
never
believe
know.
in true love. I want to see them get back together.
yeah, I guess you never know.
I would like, or at least for
Season
them to
three.
like,
And Dave is the not cool one. We do know Dave is the not cool one of the group.
or like
you
they
know?
just make.
They've
I
said
think
that.
it would be cool if they just made like a booty call thing going on for a while, where they were just like hooking up.
You just want to see some sex.
It
on the
doesn't
show.
count because they already. It doesn't count because they've already slept together, so it doesn't take
Right.
any like numbers off her fingers.
So let's get into the
You know that
Alex.
rule.
The Alex. Unless there's anything more about like Dave and Max and the apartment. That was just fun throughout the entire episode.
Well,
I
there's
did like
one
that.
thing I wanted to say really quick. Just
Mm-hmm.
kind of going into April Fool's Day. I said they filled an airbed with water. I think that'll just be a great practical joke.
Yes.
Like you have someone come over and sleep. Like, yeah, here's an airbed, but you fill it with water, and like, oh, it's a water bed.
Wait,
And
who
then-
did that? I must have been writing notes on that part.
I didn't write down who.
That was actually.
You weren't writing
was-
notes
No,
either.
because I wrote that, but I didn't write
Well,
down who
that
said
was
it.
actually one of the excuses for Daphne not to come up to the apartment and hang out with Penny and
Oh,
Alex.
that it was the-
Water damage.
got
There
it.
we go.
She
there
was
we
like,
go.
there was filling up an air mattress with water. A waterbed does not make. That was kind
okay.
of the
Can
thing
we go?
about it.
Can we go back? This show's so tough
I
to.
know.
But let's just go to
so
the things
many
that stood out.
jokes.
So I want. Okay. The big black doc was commented a couple times, right? So
Oh, should I have said
Wait.
a big African American doc?
wait,
Oh.
can we let Thaddeus, the non-happy endings, kind of explain what he thought of at least that scene? I mean, you at least laughed at that part, right?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Not,
He's a man of few words,
It was pretty
unlike
funny.
Daphne.
and I liked that the lake house thing showed up later on in the episode anyway. Like they brought that back up.
Right. Well, that's how they put a pretty bow on it at the end.
Well, and I love how they were all, Brad and Jane were. Brad was really upset that she said they had a really small lake house,
Oh,
and
he
how
was
he said
offended.
he was offended, and he said, "What do you think we're gonna have to hang our beach cruisers on hooks in the kitchen like savages?"
No, I loved when Penny said that there was mice, and then the mice are like, "Yo, it's crowded up in here." And then Daphne's like, "Oh, so the mice talk? These are talking mice?"
Like Thaddeus, she was hanging on every word, wasn't she?
Yes. Definitely.
Okay, what Thaddeus, what stood out to you? I mean, obviously, like you laughed at the end. You didn't laugh the whole time, but you laughed right at the end. What stood out? What was good in this episode?
The Daphne thing was really just very, very real.
With an annoying friend from the old days, and you just want to get him out there.
Yeah, it was very annoying, and how they handled it and how the whole situation. I mean, the situation was actually very, very realistic, even though they turned everything into a joke. That stuff happens a lot.
And then what do you think about the actors? Comedic timing. I mean, Casey Wilson, who plays Penny, she's killing it.
I mean, these guys are so quick. They're so quick and quick-witted. You would think that a lot of it is improv. So I'm like, what? And it's like, what? Like, my brain wasn't turned on half of the show because they're so quick with everything that they say. But they're all really funny. All of them are incredibly funny.
We totally agree with you.
Yeah, is this a funny show?
Said it perfect.
The guys are funny. They're a funny cast, and they get it off quickly. I mean, not to me get it off quickly, but
right, happy endings. We get that. But
another happy endings reference.
They're very quick-witted. I mean, the whole thing that happened at the end, I mean, it just completely made sense. I can't remember the landlord's name, and Daphne hitting it off at the end. I mean, you can completely see that. So it was like the whole show came full circle. It was really funny. And
I feel like even if you know what's going to happen in this episode, like you just kind of get a sense of where it's going to go, you still laugh because the way it's delivered and the type of jokes that, you know, it's one joke topped on another, you know, so many different Three's Company references. Lake House coming up 3 different times in the episode. That's the stuff that I feel like makes this show win.
Exactly.
They're all pretty good. So we were glad you watched it with us because that's cool. We love the show.
The writing is great.
Let's. What was the other parts that we haven't got to, Mari? I think we wanted to get to.
I was just
Alex
gonna say how Alex
Ellen
got involved. I've been waiting for that moment. But Alex, of course, brought the fire this episode, like she always does. She's always so adorable, like we say. Mm-hmm. But I love that
like
Penny,
we steal from the Fox show.
Right. I love that Penny went to her and told her that she was the only one, or like she's the only one who's child enough to believe the lie, like that it would work, the baby shower would work. And Alex just embraces that. She just embraces her role, like, yeah, I am kind of, you know, a dreamer, and went along with it. And she was so quick. I just love that she is so cute and so funny. I'm sorry, it's really hard to be beautiful and funny, and she hits it.
So the lie she told was
that she's a lesbian.
Yeah, she was lesbian, and then later on, when they got to the fake baby shower, everything was fake. Everything was a lie.
Out of all the lesbians in all
she
the world.
really got into it, and she said, "If I'm gonna be a lesbian, I'm going straight to the top."
She
and
chose
she
the
dressed.
best lesbian.
She what? Say what?
She chose the best lesbian. Like that's the queen bee.
There's Rosie O'Donnell is still number 1.
I don't know. I mean,
for the comedy's sake, it was very funny to see her as Ellen.
She couldn't have done Rosie though. You know what I'm saying? She would have. Yeah, the look would have been harder.
What Rosie traits are there? There's not any. This one, you get to dress like Ellen. You get to dance like Ellen. I thought it was hysterical.
They both got blonde hair. Yeah. I was feeling it.
It was very good stuff.
No, she did a good job.
Her dance was awesome. Like I was excited to see it because she talked about it when she was on Conan. So I was excited to see her do it.
Well, doesn't she says that she studies Ellen's humor also for the show? Like she's like her comedy is like a mixture of Ellen. I believe you told us that before.
Well, yeah, she said she had watched it for this episode.
Oh,
but she said that her character was a mixture of Betty White, of Rachel, and Joey.
Oh, okay.
That was her.
Yes, because
that was her character. Yeah, but she was talking about it. She did a little bit of the Ellen dance. Like when she was on Conan. It was great.
I would give her 10.
But now, okay, hold on. Now, Brad's dance into the dentist versus Alex's Ellen dance.
Okay, I'm picking my winner.
Let's weigh in right now.
All right, my winner is gotta be for sure 100% for sure Alex, because there's the tie-in with Ellen, and it goes further than the actual dance itself. Like Brad's was just a dance. Like that's it. There's one aspect to it.
Dang, but I feel like
I don't know.
Brad went full out. He brought it.
I don't know. The dentist dance was pretty awesome.
Yeah, Brad's
dance was pretty awesome.
I think
if we saw more of Alex dancing as Ellen, then I think that's kind of a little bit of an unfair comparison.
Because she cut us on the material and routine, we're gonna have to.
I think she needs to do it again. Yeah.
So writers, Season 3.
Brad is the
We
winner.
need a
for
dance
this.
off.
There you go. We should do a dance off.
For this
Dance off.
Dancing with the Stars Happy Endings.
We need a webisode dance off. That's what
Brad
we need.
is the winner.
Oh, webisode. Are you guys on?
Webisode dance off.
Dance off.
On those happy rides. The
Webisode dance off.
A webisode AfterBuzz TV dance off. They should come in the studio.
Yes.
And do the dancing.
it. And then we can judge.
There you
then
go.
We
We
can
would be the
really
perfect judge. We
judge.
could really judge. There you go.
Okay, so
Just throwing it out there.
any favorite parts other than this episode? Any favorite parts? Because I definitely love Jane and Brad really embracing the pregnancy that didn't exist. Like them fighting over the clothing and the birth and the
Well, him
maternity
like,
leave.
Oh, he was yes. What Nick is saying.
baby
Yes,
need a
that.
It's not going to work.
Those clothes are so adorable.
And then when they also made the it's okay, or Penny was like, oh, we're gonna cut the tags off. We're gonna take that to the store tomorrow. Brad's like, I ain't taking these.
Yeah.
he. It's funny. You think Jane is gonna play it up and she's gonna be the one, the mom, and embrace it. Brad is ultimately he's gonna be the best father on this show when that
Yeah,
happens.
I think Brad would be
yeah.
like a Mr. Mom type dad. He'd be there for everything.
Oh, I think so. It was cute with the little karate outfit. He was getting so excited with the clothes.
But
I
then
thought
she
that
was saying
great.
that she wasn't going to breastfeed, and he had a problem with that. He was like,
Yeah.
you're
I
probably
thought
going
that
to
was-
stay home.
I thought that was good
a
that
lot
they brought
longer.
that in the episode because it's always so funny, and you go through one little thing that could have been a real life, true to
Yeah,
true to
it's
form.
realistic.
Like that's what they're going to talk about, and sitcoms, they're situational comedies, and that's something that could happen. You get into this lie, and then you didn't know that was going to be a big problem. Wait a minute, I'm going to do what? I'm going to stay home? Like that was good. I thought Jane and Brad they brought it on that aspect.
Right, because they were able to give their thoughts and opinions in a hypothetical situation, and it might have been a conversation they hadn't had yet because they both aren't ready for kids.
No, might have. It was a conversation they hadn't had. That's what made it
Yeah.
so funny. I was like, oops, whoa.
Yeah.
You watch this as if you're like part of their friendship. You're like,
Yes.
uh-oh, Brad is about to get it. That's how
right.
I was watching it,
And then we have Alex in the bathroom really embracing her lesbianism.
Arm wrestling.
Like she
That was a bit
really,
much, but-
I felt like she really took on. Like she may have possibly dated old girl had it been necessary for this show.
I think she would have gone all the way. I think that's one thing we can like. Alex really
She's
does what
committed.
needs. She does
Well,
what
look,
needs to
she
be
may
done.
not have gone all the way, but she probably would have gotten their lickety split.
Lickety split, boom, chicka wow wow. Happy ending.
No, but I like too after she lets her hair down and she starts dancing to the
there's
landlord,
dancing.
and then Penny stop dancing, but he's dancing.
what was the quote where she said something along the lines? I think it was Penny talking about her, and she said, "I know, but I like that about me." What was the content in that? Because somebody was giving her something that was offbeat about her, which of course Alex is offbeat, and she playfully, as we always say, adorable. She's like, "Oh, I know, I like that about me."
That was the childlike thing.
Yeah,
the childlike.
That she embraces that she's a dreamer and that everybody thinks she's childish.
And we knew that she could pull off this, Alex playing the lesbian because she obviously in earlier episodes she wanted to be Larissa. Like she's so good at playing a character.
having alter
moving
egos.
forward, and this is a little bit on predictions. Like moving forward in the next season, which they'll hopefully get into. I would love to see her play more and more characters. That is where Alex shines. She's so goofy. And I thought she did really good in this episode. Her character was great.
She was funny.
Well, once again, I don't want to misquote Kelly, but I remember you saying, I hope I get it right this time, that she's willing to do anything for her character because she's like the newest of the comedians out of the group. Okay, I see.
Yes.
I listened to you, Kelly.
So go for it.
Yeah, that's what
Go
she
for
said.
it.
So
Is that
go for the gusto.
Yeah, she wants to, and I think one of the other comedians on the show had I don't remember if it was Casey or Eliza that had made a joke about that to her. That were like, oh, it's because you're new.
Right, you're the new comedian of us.
Yeah, but that she's really excited about it because this is her first real comedic role, so she wants to really get into it.
wants to
She
nail
loves
it.
the improv and all that because it's all like a learning thing for her. So she's really excited about it.
And then tying up the episode was, as Thaddeus was speaking on, was the final lake house comment, which I thought was great. They're all sitting there together. And again, I love this group as friends, the six of them. And they're talking about, all right, we've made that decision after everything that's been said and done. Because the lie had been exposed, After everything that had got said and done, they were like, oh, we're going to do it. And you're thinking, baby. And they're like, no, we're going to get the lake house.
I was mad at Brad and Jane for breaking character. Yeah, I was.
Oh, but they did it on accident, though.
I know, but gosh darn it, when you tell your friends to lie, they better freaking stick with it.
There's
Like,
no
that's-
excuse.
I mean,
Right, that's
no one
terms
died.
for termination.
If someone died,
Yeah.
then you can get mad, but no one died, so.
I was like, no,
It always goes to death.
What about the line? Look, we all didn't have a freestanding house filled with Hello Kitty swag because of her
I was like,
libel.
what does that mean? Hello Kitty swag? What is that?
Because she had,
because the other girl didn't have that, and
because she had like a generic version of like I guess like the Hello Kitty stuff. She had her
in the
diary
description
was a free like a lion something. I don't remember what it was.
Feline. It was,
Her it wasn't a Hello Kitty. It was like the other version of that.
Oh, okay, the knockoff.
It was the knockoff.
And again, I say about this episode, when we try to recite it, it's not that good.
It's not as good.
But the show is hysterical because everyone I tell, I'm like,
feline diary.
Feline
Yeah.
diary. Oh, Hello Kitty. Okay. Okay, that's funny.
let's on the
I can laugh about it now.
on the
I
absolute
get it.
last aspect that had Thaddeus laughing. Again, not a Happy Endings viewer as much as we are. Go ahead and give us the storyline and the payoff there, Thaddeus, of what happened between the crazy lady and the crazy manager, the building manager, which, as you said, it was all set up, so to speak.
Right. So the landlord,
Mr. Furley.
Don't be so enthusiastic.
The landlord and Daphne, finding interest with each other was really funny because they were like,
He said it was really funny.
yeah, I mean, they're opposite ends of the spectrum. Obviously, the
Tell
whole
your
show.
62,000 followers on Twitter. Give them a little more than that.
Oh, here he goes.
You tweet AfterBuzz. We know all about you now.
Okay. So yeah, his and then they came around full circle. There was seeming interest. The way they set it up was you would never think that they're gonna have any contact with each other, and then obviously at the end you see them, they have interest, and they're gonna hit it off, which was, to me, that was the best payoff of the episode.
Aw,
Match made in heaven.
Oh,
It was
just
really good
funny.
because and
I
then
believe dorks and losers belong together. So I mean, it just worked out. It's just like survival of the dating fittest. It's
This
not gonna-
is
and the funny
very
thing is,
true.
Dave is always the biggest dork of the group, but Dave in this episode was way more cool than the two of them.
It was pimping.
Right.
Yeah, because he's always known as like the dorkiest one out of the six.
Which one is Dave again?
The one that got thrown in the
The one that got locked
I was
that
really
was
upset
dying.
with him for not going along with the crew.
The lie.
Yeah.
That kind of bugged me.
Wait, what was his
Like, these
lie?
are people.
Loyalty.
Like what are you doing?
Well, he didn't want to be the one dying. That's the crappiest
Not
lie.
dying.
But that would have been like the easiest to play.
Exactly.
No, I go with Kelly.
I mean, I'm sure he
I'm
would
not
have. If he
trying
had
to
something
lie.
cooler, he probably would have gone with it. But who wants to be the one that's dying? That's
I would rather be
If
the
he
one
had turf
dying.
toe, he would probably go along with it.
Yeah, I think so. What
That's
about
like
when
the easier
What
one.
about when Max's character, like, he comes in and Max is like, "Hey, Top Gun," because he's wearing like the leather jacket, and then he locks him in the.
I feel like he should have gone along with it too, though, because that's the easiest.
Not me.
lie
Come
out
on,
of
it was
all
a
of
death
them.
lie though. That's
Yeah,
not
who
fun.
wants to
But he
die?
doesn't have to do
But what is
anything
he gonna
extra.
do?
Like,
But
Alex
if they
had to
ever
pretend to
see
like
her,
a
okay, if they
woman.
would have went through it and they ever see this crazy chick again, and
He's
then
like, they found the antidote. I'm good.
Okay, out of everybody, Alex had the most work. I'm sorry. She had to play Ellen DeGeneres lesbian, and then she also had to, so she had to flirt with the girl, and then she also had to flirt with the guy. Like, she was being
nailed
pulled
it.
in each direction.
That was hard.
And all Dave had to
Jane
do
was
was
gonna
just
have to
die.
find a baby.
Miscarriage.
That's true.
You could always adopt
Oh
temporarily.
wait, what about
be a foster parent or something.
Penny?
Right, where would they have got a baby from? What if they would have? Oh, that would have been funny if they would have brought a baby on the show.
Penny
been
wasn't
great.
in it as
16 and
as,
pregnant.
Early birth.
16 and pregnant. Here we go. That's a whole different show. Penny wasn't in it as much, but again, just like last episode, she sort of set things up.
But she was kind of the puppeteer.
Yeah, no, she was.
Yeah,
she
she
was.
was.
She-
She
It was. It was. It was. It was
facilitated.
like.
Yeah.
But I love that she paid $20 for like fill-in people.
Oh my
$20.
God.
Yeah, professional
Extras,
seat
They were,
fillers.
they were like,
Extras, yeah,
they were like
seatbelts, yeah.
stand-ins or extras.
Okay, and I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys have ever been to a
Atmosphere.
set and you go watch like a television show. That's exactly how they pay you that $20
Yes,
on the way
when you're
out.
leaving. Exactly.
So I thought that was really funny.
I mean, I would have stood in for $20. I probably would have pretended I
Oh,
was
and the
at a baby
fill-in people
shower.
were really good. Like the one, she sounded like she was Jane's boss, and oh, you're gonna have to take maternity leave.
That was even
Like,
funnier because they
Yeah.
made it real
like Penny
employees,
sold it, yeah.
But she hired them to pretend like they were. That made it 10 times.
Well, and
funnier.
it made me wonder too. Have we ever seen what Jane actually does for a living? Do we know? I can't remember.
Well, whatever it is, she got mad about
that's okay.
telling.
We know that
Bro-
she's HOA president.
B-
we know that.
Yeah, we know that.
B-Rad is not gonna tell her to go not back to work when she ain't ready. Like
Yeah.
whatever her job is, it means a lot to her.
Well,
she's the queen of that
that's
castle.
His baby in there, as he would say.
Right.
That was a good
Inside of
line.
her stomach.
Yeah. Kelly, was there any other notable lines that came through the Twitter feed?
I mean, my favorite Greetings Feline Diary is one of my favorite. Because you couldn't have the Hello Kitty. Oh my gosh.
I wonder if me talking about death is what prompted that whole death. Right?
Well,
because I've been talking about it since.
There's one thing we know there's one thing we know for sure. No.
Wait, that's not true. Because
we don't know for sure.
They were
don't
taping this while AfterBuzz has been going on.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that is a possibility, and I'm sorry.
Prentice,
I want
Kenny,
to give him that credit because
Well, then in that case,
day one, I want somebody to die,
No.
and then Dave
That's
happens to be
right.
dying.
That's
Right?
right.
He didn't die, so they could do it. But they gave me
did?
75. You went 75%.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because then they would have just completely stolen your idea, so they
But
couldn't kill him off.
I'm a little upset that
But that was
I
pretty
wasn't one of
close.
the villains, though. I could have been one of the C-fillers.
All right. Well, this definitely means it's almost commercial time. We'll go to commercial in a second. We will talk, of course, about this great show, Happy Endings, the after show. And Kelly, I believe you have a little rundown of some news.
Yeah, I've got some funny stuff.
You got some stories?
I got a little.
News and gossip.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, let's remind everyone of the phone number real quick, Mari, and we'll go to commercial.
424-256-1729. Call us.
All right.
Sounded like
a sex
a
operator?
like
Sorry.
a Miss Cleo or something.
I mean, we are happy endings over here.
The Happy Endings
promise
crew
anything, but you never know.
and the sex operator will be right back. Oh, maybe we will.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
Happy Endings, the after show, right here on AfterBuzzTV.com. Of course, Ronnie Jr. along with Spicy Mari hanging out with us. Of course, we've got Nick Perdue. Comedian and writer, social media superstar and PR superstar, and just great human being, Kellie Olisky, and also Thaddeus hanging out with us too. We forgot to talk about Max and the purse. That was kind of funny too. Just the way he saw.
Oh, Max, yes.
Max with the purse, rocking it out. So
Yeah, that's when he made he loves 80s melodrama.
yeah,
Yes,
so.
reference. Love it.
Lots and lots of good stuff. So many things that end up, coming to your mind like a little bit later in the episode. But let's do some news, Kelly. What do you think?
Well, Casey Wilson was on Jimmy Fallon.
TV News.
Oh, I forgot about that.
We were so excited.
I
we just jumped
know.
right in.
This is really funny.
Make your seat drop again. Go.
Casey Wilson was on Jimmy Fallon the other night, and she was talking about, she was on Saturday Night Live, I believe, when he was still on, and he was asking her about her move from from New York to LA. And so when she first came out to LA, she hated it and whatever. But now she's embracing it so much so that she went on an astrological retreat.
What the hell is that?
And she's like, I really don't know what it is still. But she went, and it's all about astrology and all this, and they kind of like break it down and talk about your signs like all crazy.
Oh, wait, that sounds kind of like super cool.
Yeah, well, she said it was like to the point to where
I'd go with weird.
well, she said it was like so intense to the point where she had a good time or whatever, but they were like hugging and crying and all this stuff to the point where people would do something and she's like, oh, that's your inner Scorpio there.
Oh my God. Wait, what is this called? I'm going to Google it.
I don't know, but it's
You're
an
gonna bing it.
astrological.
I have a friend who is a.
Yes,
she's
you're
like
gonna bing it.
She's into
Bing
astrology,
it.
and that would be like the perfect thing. To,
Well,
like,
it's
give her.
it's a woman's retreat. So she tried
my
that.
Like a
That's
lot of
awesome.
alcohol.
And then after she did that, she like did a meditation, this like crazy meditation thing. And she said when she meditated, it was really funny because for whatever reason, she just became really, really angry.
What?
And it did like it had the reverse effect, and she was just like mad at everybody when she came out of it. So she
That does not sound like a retreat.
So it was
Sounds like Fight Club.
It was really
Right.
funny. So they were like laughing, making jokes about it. But she, she's really happy here in LA, and she's just kind of taking in the city and all of that. And then he shows her a picture of her dad's Twitter profile because now he is on Twitter, which I think is awesome. And she decides that she's going to start reading some of his tweets.
Oh, that's always fun.
Oh gosh.
Rate that tweet. I'm a fan of that.
Her dad is so cute on Twitter, and his tweet is dinner with a question mark.
To who?
Yeah,
To everybody. And then she's like, I think he thinks it's texting, but he's tweeting.
But I can already
He doesn't
imagine
really
like-
understand it.
like that interview with Conan and her together making fun of
it
her
was
dad.
Jimmy Fallon. Yeah.
I just get is Conan even on there anymore?
Yeah, I mean, a host.
No,
is a
it
host.
is.
The
The
other
host-
SNL
yeah.
writer.
The other great host.
No, but it was just funny. So they were going back and forth. And another one was like, what did you say?
Wait, what? He was just asking questions on Twitter.
And then it was like, stop testing.
And it wasn't in
And these are
response to
tweets.
anyone's
These
tweets at
are
him.
just tweets. And then he just tweeted out his phone number.
Oh, yeah, he's a Twitter amateur. We're gonna have to school him.
What's his Twitter handle? Go
His
ahead and
Twitter
go.
handle is at P.O. Wilson.
Oh, we're gonna
So you
mess with
can
him.
follow
At
Case.
P.O.
We
Yeah.
need him to call in.
Hold on,
Yes.
keep talking. I want to find it. What does it say
Yes,
again?
it's
Totally gonna
at
have him call in.
P.O. Wilson. I started following him, so if you can't find it, you can look on my Twitter. But that's Casey. Casey is at Casey Rose Wilson, so you can follow her dad, who's
I'm
adorable.
more interested in P.O. Wilson
But
right
yeah,
at the
at
moment.
P.O. Wilson. And he deleted his phone number tweet. I already checked. But
I'm sure his daughter probably was like, Dad, what are you doing?
yeah, no, it's really cute. And he actually tweeted on there, how she likes to make fun of me. Great job on Jimmy Fallon. And it was cute.
That is
Yeah,
cute.
it was
Oh,
really
you got
cute.
the hang of it now.
Yeah.
He now knows it's just your thoughts.
Yeah, but it's super
Do you guys want to see what he
cute.
looks like? Here, I'm going to put up
Yeah,
for
put it up.
our iTunes people to jump on over to our YouTube page. Keep talking. I'm going to pull that up.
Yeah,
later.
he's really, really
maybe
cute.
it's like he was like semi-crazy and he thought he was talking to somebody. Because you know how you see crazy people on the street who talk to people, but you don't know who they're talking to? That's him just tweeting. I mean, he's getting the responses. You have no
Well,
idea.
then she said he did like a pocket tweet where it was just PPPSST.
Oh, like an accident.
Yeah, like
he
an
butt
accident.
dialed somebody,
Yes,
but
but
it
he
was a
butt
butt
tweeted.
tweet. I haven't heard that one. Butt tweeting.
Butt tweeting.
Happy endings. Another thing for you to add to your script and steal from us.
Yes, but
Okay,
tweeting.
so
Butt
the
tweeting.
amazing Casey Wilson, who we love. This is a look at her papa.
Oh,
And it looks like it's at Grauman's Chinese Theater,
Yeah,
so it's probably
doesn't it?
an event, of hers or whatnot.
he
So
looks
that's
either
kinda cool.
real nice or like he's like
He
in
looks
the
like
mob or
Larry from
something.
Three's Company.
he does look a little
Doesn't he?
Sopranos.
Yet another
Yeah.
Three's Company
I
reference.
know. He's so, yes, but that's really funny. And it looks like the other, the rest of the cast has got some movies coming out later this year and early next year. Zach Knighton was just cast in a dark comedy with Dave Krumholtz, Jason Ritter, and Melanie Linsky called Teddy Bears.
Wow.
So that's coming out.
I wish he was
Jason
recast.
Ritter, Jason Ritter,
Teddy Bears?
son of
Three's Company,
John
John
Ritter.
Ritter. Yes.
Yeah, another
Yes.
Three's
Way to
Company
get the
reference.
7 degrees of
Yes.
separation.
There
Good
you
job,
go.
Nicholas.
Count it.
Oh, good
Count
job.
it.
Good job.
Teamwork, folks.
That's right. That's right. And then Eliza Coupe is starring in a romantic comedy with Bill Paxton. And it's
Oh, I
called
love
Shanghai Calling. And Titanic 3D is coming back. How many of you guys are going to go see Titanic
No.
3D?
I saw
That
the-
dry movie.
I saw it like 5
see it.
times out of the theater.
And in 3D, come on.
Come
Come
on. You know
on.
you want to see it in 3D.
The old lady dies again.
It's
but now it's in 3D.
This time I have to wear glasses for the Titanic
Come on
crash.
now.
I know it's gonna
I'll go
happen.
with you, Kelly. We're gonna go.
We're so going to go
We're
see
gonna be
that.
there.
Frozen people in the ocean that didn't make it.
And then Adam
have no
Pally.
I don't.
Adam Pally had a movie that actually premiered at South by Southwest, which is called Frankie Go Boom, and it's with Lizzie Kaplan, Whitney Cummings, Chris Noth, and Ron Perlman. And that actually got some pretty good reviews.
Oh.
And then also he's got the movie The To-Do List, that's where I met him, was on the set of that movie, and that's coming out in 2013.
Nice.
So they're busy.
So the other film, for those of us who want to look it up, say it one more time. So that
the one that premiered at South by Southwest is called Frankie Go Boom.
Frankie Go Boom. Okay. Because I was looking for a movie to Netflix the other night, and that would be like an awesome one for me to go home and watch.
Yeah, well, this one just did it South by Southwest, so I don't know if it's gonna be on Netflix yet.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna be on
I might have
Netflix
to go
yet.
Maybe I'll go.
Red
to
Box,
But if you want a Netflix
Red
Elijah
Box.
Coop movie, you can do What's Your Number with Anna Faris. She was in that.
Okay, that's an awesome
So
look.
yes, so you can do Eliza Coop was in that.
Look at you guys.
Or
We're
you can
giving
always
you guys
do
money over
The
here.
Girl Next Door.
Yes, The
and go
Girl
old
Next
school.
Door. That's
that
right.
was adorable.
You
That was
know.
a cute movie.
Yes. Or you can do, what was it? The Hitchhiker or something. Zach Knighton was in that.
I have
He
no
was
idea.
also in Flash Forward. I
Yes.
keep bringing that up. I just
Or
love that show.
you can do the In Living Color
Right,
Volume 1.
if
and
you
if
want
you
to
want
see his poppy.
I don't
If you want to
know.
see Damon Wayans Jr.'s poppy. I don't know.
Does that wrap up news, Kelly Kel?
That's all I got.
All right.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Predictions.
And go.
I was trying to think of one really, really quick, but I just want to say, in regards to predictions, that I love the fact
This
that
is a speech?
that you tweeted.
What?
Yes, this is for you, Ronnie. I love the fact if you guys follow Ronnie on Twitter, Ronnie Jr. Media.
Twitter.
Twitter. He
Whittier and
tweeted
Twitter.
last week that he can't go to the gym now without thinking about Max.
Oh, yes. True.
And so I'm sorry, I thought that was hilarious because I was going through my notes and I was like, oh, Max working out, and that made me think of you, Ronnie.
My gosh, hold on. Okay, time out. So this is okay. So I tweeted it and Facebook. Sorry, I'm gonna get passionate for a minute. I tweeted it in Facebook and I was like, oh, it's really funny now when you go to the gym because you just like think of all the things we saw in Happy Endings. So then I put it on Facebook and Sierra Ornelas, who's one of the writers, she commented on the page and I said, oh. She was writing back and forth with me on Facebook, and I said, oh, it's even funnier because I had the exact same Max moment at the gym, yet you add the Sherman Oaks gym going completely black, like blackout completely.
Oh.
So that would have been the next level of that episode.
Like if the lights turned out?
Yeah, the entire Galleria, all the lights went out. So for me, it made me laugh. Like no one understood why I was laughing so much because everyone else is like, oh man, it's a rainy day. The lights go out at the fitness, the fitness club.
gym.
But for
in the
me,
shower.
I was
Thinking about
vicariously
Happy
living
Endings.
through Max on Happy Endings, a la what it would be like if the lights went out on the episode. So
Nice.
this show's so good, Happy Endings, it makes you add your true to life stuff, into the show, And even like when I talk, I'm always like telling Mari or the group of us, we went to go do karaoke. I was like, this moment right here, this exact moment should be in Happy Endings. So I'm like, I'm really duped by it. Like the show just like takes over
It's
for me.
epic.
Succumbed your life.
Yes.
You just,
So
Yes,
I
it
guess I'm not
does.
that funny in real life, but if
You're
I
not.
go laugh at this, I'm with that,
Well, since we're
And
on-
and
I'm kidding,
Sierra
I'm kidding,
shouted me
Ronnie's
out. Sierra
Nice.
Ornelas, the writer from
Get
Happy
it,
Endings.
Sierra.
Shout out.
Shout
out.
Shout out to
not
Sierra.
Sierra the rapper. I mean, well, she's not a rapper, singer.
I mean, the singer, the R&B artist.
Sierra.
Sierra Ornelas with the same last name
Sierra,
as me.
the writer for Happy
As my
Endings.
mom.
Stop stalking her, Ronnie. How many times do I have to tell you?
Oh,
You're
we
right.
have to-
Kelly's my life coach. Sorry.
Speaking of stalkers
kidding.
that we love, we have to shout out Prentice Penny.
Yes.
You mean that we stalk him?
Okay, we stalk him a little bit. Is there such thing as stalking a little bit?
No.
Okay, well, we okay.
Stop it some more.
It's stalking.
We're fans of Prentice Penny, so shout out to him.
Well, no, it's just they do
No, we adore them.
excellent
They're
work on this show.
fabulous.
Excellent. And when we see their names on the credits, it's exciting for us because we got to watch the show with them, and hopefully they'll get time to come back and hang out with us. That would be
like next week or something. I don't know.
excellent.
Yeah.
You guys, I
so-
don't know what I'm gonna do with myself when it goes to Apartment 23 versus this show.
I
Like,
know, but luckily here at AfterBuzz, we're doing Apartment 23. So our Happy Endings
there's
fans
nothing
can just
luckily.
transfer over.
I mean, that's great, but I need my happy ending. So we're gonna have to do a happy ending.
Oh, we'll get you your happy
Party or
ending.
something.
How much money you got on you?
25 cents.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that's going to get you.
But I got a credit card.
Get you. Okay, we can work with that.
My prediction. Again, I think
Don't say
someone-
death again.
I know, but
All that.
we didn't
Nicholas.
see it.
But they already
because no
referenced
one
it.
Died.
It
Okay,
became
They
okay.
referenced
true.
it.
But what I do want to see, I really want to see a Penny like fall in love and like really like have a meaningful relationship. So hopefully season 3 or something like that.
Well, she
Oh
keeps
no!
trying.
If anything, I want to
Yeah.
see Penny with the job, like chaos, work, deadlines, and Penny, I'm in.
That's what I'm
need.
telling you.
Yes.
I'm saying I want to see more of her crazy publicist job. I want to know what kind of publicist she is.
Actually,
Hopefully they'll give
Kelly,
us
you
more.
know, these characters are coming to life so much. I'm like looking at you right now. And the way you talk, act, and walk, Casey Wilson.
She's calling you Penny. He's calling
You are my Penny.
Thank you. That is a fabulous compliment.
Yeah.
Am I your Alex, Ronnie? Can I please be your Alex?
You're my Alex. And Nick, you're my, I don't know what
Max.
you are.
He's
Am I-
the Brad. He's your
Am
Brad.
You're
I Max? Is
B-Rad.
that what you're trying to say?
He's
You're
Brad.
B-Rad. All right, cool. Great episode. You guys, any final thoughts for everybody?
Yeah, I want to see Alex and Dave still hooking up. Like, I want to see them having like sex affairs. And yeah, that's it.
Well, let's not forget we have Brian Austin Green to look forward to for the season finale. So
That's
let's get ready for that.
right.
And I heard he's going to be a dad.
Oh.
In
I don't
real
know.
life?
In real life
Or
or
on the show?
No, in real life.
What?
Well, you already
I don't know.
Congratulations.
I don't know. It's got that's just a rumor.
he already put a baby in Vanessa Marcel, so he's doing
He
well.
might be doing
Vanessa
that.
Marcel.
That's,
Anyway,
a good one.
90210.
That's a great happy
We'll have to
ending.
we'll have to research that one.
real quick, Thaddeus, your opinions on Happy Endings and the AfterBuzz. Go.
You guys definitely helped my opinion of happy endings.
Aw.
I gotta give it up to you guys.
You mean you
guys-
didn't like happy endings before?
I mean, I've always loved happy endings, but the show is funny. It gave me a chance to really pay attention to what was going on and really appreciate the quick banter of everybody. I loved it.
I
It
feel
was
like
fun.
we sell this show
Welcome.
really well because
Yeah, you
we
guys are
talk
doing a good
higher
job.
about this than anybody. Cool.
And AfterBuzz is the ish.
Yay!
There you go.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, we'll get up on out here. We can talk
Yes.
about this show forever. Bye, guys.
You
Thank
guys
you.
can follow us on
Oh,
Twitter.
sorry. Go. She wants to say her
Can I
tagline.
get 2 extra
Hold
followers
up.
tonight, please? I love my
I will
followers.
follow you.
We're gonna play with your go.
You can play with my Twitter at spicy_Madi. Woo.
Nick, can we
And,
play with your Twitter? Go.
If
Boom.
you want, you go and follow the funny at the Nick Perdue.
All right, no guarantee that it'll actually be funny, but you can try. Kelly Kel.
You can follow me at Kelly with an IE079.
All right, Thaddeus.
At Club Thaddeus.
All
Join
right.
the other 62 grand.
Cool. All right. Later, guys.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.